The question was asked in 2008, as Wiltshire went unitary, what are the important things to you for the new unitary area, for the new various boards and so on. And people asked about 20 things, from race relations to health services to road repairs. In terms of what is important, public transport came out 4th of 20. In terms of what needs most attention, public transport again came out 4th out of 20. Public transport is seen as being important. Only health was higher on both scales in Melksham. Now, here is the geography of the Trans-Wilts line, and trains do run quite frequently on the north and the south sections there, linking Trowbridge to Salisbury, linking Chippenham to Swindon. You try in between, and you have a train from Chippenham at 6:30 in the morning, or if you miss it, there's the 1 minute past 7 at night. Current tidings, though, do meet the Department for Transport specifications. The intent was to provide a peak commute service into Swindon. The actuality of it is they don't provide a peak service, they provide pre-peak in the morning, post-peak after, and 11.5 hours in Swindon is far too long for a working day, even for that use. And preliminary research indicates a service hourly is appropriate, and with freight cards without any infrastructure work, we can probably get to up to running 2 hours out of 3. We just need the trains provided. But of course, you go up to Whitehall, you knock on the door and say, "Give us a train, please, mister." He doesn't just do so in the Department for Transport. What does he look for? Four studies: economic case, operational case, business survey, public survey, and proof that what those things are saying will actually be the case. So, how have we done on these? Well, firstly, thanks to the performance reward grant awarded by this board, we've been able, or supported by this board, we've been able to get reports done to a lot of these extents. There's the economic case for you. It shows a ramping up, and surprisingly for a local railway line, actually into profit rather than loss in 2 or 3 years' time. The operational case: is there space for the trains on the line? Yes, there is, and if we want to later add a couple of other stations, yes, there's capacity there. Business survey. Most businesses strongly agree. A very tiny minority disagree. That's fine, they don't have to use the service. Public survey. 1,600 people, 1,600 responses. Now, the biggest block there is people who don't drive to work. And we're saying, would you switch over? Failure? No. There was over 600 people there saying that they could commute on this train on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, that is packed, overcrowded trains from day one, if it happens. And there is your slide about why the benefit-cost ratio is so good, because people are commuting in both directions. You've got Swindon to Salisbury, you've got Salisbury to Swindon, and places in between. You are not running full trains one way and empty the other way. You are running them full all the way, and intermediate. How do we prove that these figures are valid? Well, what we do, we notice a train sitting in the siding at Westbury early on Sunday mornings, and we say, "Please, Mr. First Great Western, can we work with you? Can we get a little bit of sponsorship for this and run it up and down at 7:30 from Westbury?" Any of you folks want to travel at 7:30 from Westbury to Swindon? No, but you'd be surprised how many people do. And you'd be surprised how many people might like to go out back to Westbury. There you go. There is extra people, and that is actually people at the end of the day getting back on the 1937 train on Sunday evening at Westbury for Melksham, Chippenham and Swindon. People came, people used this service. Twice, First Great Western had to lengthen the trains, change the plans that they originally had because it was such a roaring success, and it didn't go and just peak and then drop off as might have been expected. It carried on and carried on. So, what a roaring success.